Stretching his lead on the leaderboard of people I've spoken to the most is Schmier back again. Thanks for joining me.
Hey, always a pleasure, Mel. Yeah, I'm doing good, despite the circumstances, of course. We're all in this together, so, it sucks to stay home and having all those bad news. But that's why we did this live album, to get some good news out, to get some good vibes out, to have some live atmosphere. And I'm glad we can do this, it connects us with the fans. And so I had some good weeks the last weeks because we could work still. Even though we had to cancel all the live shows, but we could still work on this album, and that keeps you busy and keeps you happy.
Did the band finish their run of touring when this show?
No, we did the first part of the European tour. We started in December for some shows in East Europe, and then we did February. We did like a bigger tour with the Suicidal Angels, and after that tour, we had a little break. And I was going to holidays, and then we were supposed to continue in Europe. But then Corona came, and I was actually on holidays in the Indian Ocean at that time, and I got everything got canceled. Like the shows got canceled, my flights got canceled back home, and I only heard bad news coming from Germany, and I was basically stuck on this island. And all the shows that we had for the next weeks were canceled immediately, and it was a big shock. And that was a time where I was on the island, I couldn't fly home. All my friends were writing me from Germany, like, don't come back home, it's all chaos here, we're fucked. And I'm like, okay, what are we gonna do? We have no job, I can't come home, I have no flight. And then I remembered that we had this live recording, because this live recording happened last summer and was very spontaneous on the release weekend of the album Born to Perish. And it was basically a gift from a friend of mine that has a recording studio, and he was at the festival, and we recorded some other bands, and he recorded us just as a favor. He came in my dressing room and said, Schmier, I recorded your show. And we were like, what? And we were like, wow, what the hell, Because it's actually a good thing that you don't know that you get recorded, because then you're not nervous, So, and then he said, give me some Jack and Coke and I give you the tapes. And we're like, okay, this is the best deal we ever had. So we kind of get my buddy drunk, and he gave me the tapes, and we listened to it at home, and we were surprised how great the show was. We're like, wow, this sounds amazing. And it's going to be a good release one day. But we were going on tour for Born to Perish, so we put it back in our pockets and forgot about it. And then at this moment on this lonely island, I was like, okay, we have this live album and everything is canceled. Maybe it's a good idea to do a live album now. So I called everybody, and everybody was like interested, and that's the story of the live album. We did basically a very spontaneous, maybe the most spontaneous release we ever did. And also, I'm very happy that Nuclear Blast agreed on releasing the album now digitally first, so people all over the world can listen to it online. And later, when everything is produced, the vinyl takes up to 3 months, takes time. When everything produced in July, the album come out physically as a limited edition.
I was speaking to a band the other day, and they've got an album just about to come out, but that's being delayed in the physical CD can't be produced and sent to the record company, so that's really screwed them around. And they're not probably in the same position as you, that have got a live album that can come out digitally first. So it was a very good coincidence, if you like, that album was recorded.
It is actually crazy coincidence. And as you said, here in Europe, the distribution stopped. All the stores were closed. Some of the warehouses for the CDs of Nuclear Blast been frozen because of Corona in the warehouse, So everything was frozen for the last weeks. And I'm pretty happy we do it this way, because now digitally people can buy the album. And we don't really depend on the distribution rates in Europe right now, because they don't work. Also, distribution outside of Europe to send over to America or whatever. Everything's complicated at this moment. So I'm very happy that this accident album that we did kind of, helps us right now to go through the Corona times. And we also had a film team at the show, at the Partisan Festival, to film our Destruction movie. We're doing kind of the documentary kind of movie at the moment with the film team, and they've been following us on the tour for a while. And they were there that night, and they were actually filming the beginning of our show, but just with 5 cameras, for the movie, not like a video clip. But I called up the producer and said, "Hey, dude, we have this live album coming out. We need some footage, And the guy's like, "Yeah, let me see what I have." And he called me up and said, "Hey, I recorded 3 songs. I think I can cut you 3 cool video clips with this." So we had the chance to release 3 videos now with this album. So I'm very happy about this, that the fans will also have a visualizer of this show. Because, of course, it's always great to have a DVD come in with a live CD, but that wasn't possible, of course. But at least we have 3 video clips. That also by coincidence happened because the film team from the movie was there filming a little bit of the show. And the whole album is an accident, basically.
It's worked out well. How's the band going these days, being the 4-piece these days?
It was the best decision we ever had. If I would have known how good this works, we could have done this earlier, but also you needed the right persons. Damir, the new guitar player, is a good friend of mine, but I only know him since 5 years or so. So he came to the right time. I'm very glad we did it. The atmosphere in the band, the chemistry is really good, really positive, really constructive, and really we get along really well. The new guys are funny, and that's all you need to have a good band chemistry. It's important to play good live and be functional as a band to get along. And of course, the big side effect is the second guitar. That is an amazing thing to have. More power, more harmonies, more possibilities on stage. Also, the whole interaction on stage is different now because we're more people. It's more powerful. So we had really good reactions from the fans. That's the most important thing about it, because you don't know how the fans will react when a power trio, like a cult power trio, turns into a 4-piece. But most of the fans loved it. I think I spoke to so many fans about it, and it was just a few guys that were a little sad, that said, "Oh my God, you're one of the last power trios in heavy metal, and now this is gone," and stuff. So I understand that, but on the other side, we have so much more possibilities now, and fantastic players in the band, and the band sounds better than ever. That's why also the live album kind of totally made sense to me. Like the first time I heard the recordings, I was like blown away. I was like, "Wow, we sound fucking good now." So that gave me the confidence to say, "Hey, let's do this live album on a quick run, even if we're not so well prepared for it. But the band sounds great, and let's give the fans a listen to it." And of course, in the live situation, you can really hear best how the band is functioning now as a 4-piece.
What I've noticed lately over the last couple of weeks is that with all this year's festivals being cancelled, but some being announced early for next year, and it's almost like they've taken the 2020 lineup and just transposed it into 2021. So how's that working out for Destruction so far?
Yeah, that's actually causing a lot of chaos, because of course our booking agent started to work on summer 2021 already, and then now everybody wants to postpone the shows from this year to next year, and of course they're trying to add the same billing. I know most of the festivals are able to do it, but also some big bands, some headliners are not doing it. I heard Iron Maiden are not doing the rescheduling, But most of the bands are doing it, and I think it's fair enough. It's cool for the festivals, also to make this happen. And everybody's struggling now. Of course, the festivals also, imagine you work the whole year for this event and then it doesn't happen. It must be frustrating. So I'm glad it happens, but also we already had some collisions on some dates, so we have to see how we're going to manage this. But so far, all the big festivals got cancelled. So we still have a lot of smaller festivals that are officially not cancelled yet, because the government haven't spoken out the new rulings and the new restrictions. So there's still possibilities that maybe some stuff will happen, the smaller ones, because European festivals, the small ones with new restrictions, I could see that happening because it's open air, can have the distance, So I think hope is not totally lost. All the black clouds have lifted a little bit, and there seem to be new possibilities coming in. It would save the industry, of course. It would give some more hope to the people, and at least some stuff would happen this year. It would be nice. But we don't know. So we have some stuff also at the end of the year that we have postponed already. That hopefully will happen in November and December, because that's like still more than half a year from now. So I think for me the worst time is ahead, because I'm now been busy and everything, but now the season is coming for the festivals. I'm going to stay home, and the longer this takes, the more crazy I'm going to get, because I'm used to tour, I'm used to go out, I'm used to play, I used to have the adrenaline, and all of a sudden I can't. So the longer this takes, I will see how this goes for my mind. And we already said, the band already said that we're going to start writing some new songs, worst case, and be productive in those times. But it doesn't mean that we're going to release an album next year, but maybe writing will get us over this a little bit, and in terms of positive vibes,
Well, Destruction have had the good fortune of having a live album basically in the can when this has happened, so they've been able to get something out. Born to Thrash live in Germany. Digitally, it's out now, and the CD will be coming mid-July, we're looking. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. The 17th of July is release date of the physical.
For people that still buy physical, what's your view on the physical versus the streaming? Where's your view on that?
Streaming is a great thing because it's fast. It reaches all the people. You don't have to distribute stuff. You can just click it and they're there. Today the album is out, so people in Malaysia, in Australia, in Brazil, they can all listen to the album at the same time without having to ship it. And shipping was always complicated. And as you see now in Corona, shipping is complicated again. So I like that. And also the digital distribution is so good that most people have streaming nowadays, that the torrent sites, all the bootlegs, they're kind of going away. For a while we had so many bootlegs. The new album came out, and in the same time there was already tons of bootlegs, torrent pages. You could download the album for free. That's all gone because of the streaming. So that's kind of a great thing for me. Of course, I'm an 80s kid. I love vinyl. I like the sound of a vinyl album. I like to have something in my hands and have a booklet and read the lyrics and stuff. Of course, nowadays, everything is improving and you have to go with time, and the digital age is there. So you can't avoid it. I'm taking it as a good thing, to improve everything. And the only thing I don't like about streaming is basically the payment for the bands. The payments are too low, and we're all hoping that this will, get changed at one point, because digital is the future, and at one point there will be almost no more physical products. That's what will happen in the next year. It's going to come. So we're already, preparing for that, and the industry will prepare for that also. So we have to accept it. And also having metal fans, I still see a lot of fans that say, "Oh, streaming is bad" and stuff, and it's not. Don't feel bad when you stream. It's a good thing. Support the band, listen to the band as much as you can, and support the band. It's still a band support is there. Of course, buying a vinyl or a CD or T-shirt of the band is always even better. But the streaming is still a great support.
We should probably wrap it up, Schmier.
Let's hope Destruction can also postpone the Australian dates for next year. We plan to come in September with our Asian shows, but now everything got cancelled. So, but we're still, having Australia top of the list for next year, and we're going to present a new lineup to our Australian fans.
Yes, looking forward to it. Hey, Schmier, always great to chat to you. Good luck on the new live album, and hopefully we'll see you when all of this improves.
Okay, thank you very much. Stay safe, first of all, most important nowadays, and looking forward to return to Osmal. Always good to talk to you.